Alright, so let's begin by creating a really simple start menu for our game, where when you press enter, starts the game or activates it or whatever. So up at the top here, you can see there's all these different options. As you highlight over them, you'll start to see that text will appear that tells you what it is. For instance, this is our landscape, here's our script, so forth. What we're looking for is this one right here, which is our UI editor. Now inside the UI editor, I'm gonna click new, and I'm going to create an empty element, and I'm just going to call this like press enter message. And off to the side here, I'm going to add a component, and for now it's just going to be a text component. And for the color, I'm going to go with maybe a bright red so I can see it. We'll see how that goes, and then I'll hit OK. Now for the font size, you can left click if you go to the edge here and hold down the mouse button. You could adjust the size. So I'm going to go pretty big, and just for the text here, I'm going to put press enter. Now let's go ahead and save this. You can see it took me right to my script canvases, which is fine. What I can do here is go up one and maybe just create another folder in here and just call it UI canvas. And I'm going to call this start menu. Now the start menu really is just you press enter and the game starts. So here's our press enter message, and that's saved. So let's go ahead and decrease the size of this and go back into our scene. And I'm going to create a new entity and just call this start menu. And then for the component here, I'm going to type UI, and I'm going to add a UI canvas asset reference. And if I click this little hierarchy here, you can see if I expand this out, I can drill all the way down to that project. It'll take me to that folder. Another way of doing it is just inside of here. I can look for that UI canvas folder, and I can drag that into here. Now what I'd like it to do is load automatically as the project starts. So let's go ahead and hit Control G. Now you can see I have my press enter message. Something else though is as I move my mouse around, you can see that it has this really nice feature which allows me to sort of navigate or fly around the scene. I don't want that. So I'm going to go ahead and hit escape to exit there. And I'm going to look for my main camera inside my entity outliner here. And it's actually embedded in this Atom default environment viewer. And so I'm going to grab this camera and I'm going to drag and drop it up here. Now on my camera, you can see there is the fly camera input. I'm just going to right click on this and I'm going to disable this component. But in this particular video, we just took a look at just sort of creating the UI. So let's go ahead and click on that so you can see that again, and creating a very simple one element entity. What we'll do in the next video is take a look at scripting this enter button.